Kilian Jornet is no doubt the best trail and mountain runner ever. After being a Salomon athlete for his whole career, he decided to leave Salomon to build his own running brand and try to develop the ultimate trail running shoe. And this is the result of that. The NNormal Kjerag, the shoe that Kilian not only developed but also won many of the biggest mountain races with. I will try this shoe for a couple of days and share my thoughts about it. And by the end of the video I will test it trying to get a new course record up a really technical trail. I'm not the biggest gearhead, and on this channel I'm more about inspiring you to use the gear you have to enjoy the simple sport of running without buying a bunch of super expensive stuff. But sometimes it comes out running gear that really excites me, and being a fan of Kilian for many years and knowing his background, I was very excited to see what he, with his experience from probably running more than any other in technical terrain for the last decades, could do when he decides to create his own shoe. Before I test out the shoe and talk about it more, I just want to say that this is not a paid ad from NNormal. I paid for this shoe fully myself, but with that said, I'm biased in the way that I'm a fan of Kilian and sort of want to like this shoe. But I promise you that I will give you my 100% honest opinion. So let's just go and see what this shoe feels like. My initial feeling after just trying this shoe for a short bit here is that it's a super comfortable shoe, so I'm not disappointed there. I like the fit, it feels locked on while not being super narrow, especially in the toe box. I prefer shoes that aren't too tight, and this gives some wiggle room for the feet for sure. And the cushioning, it's a pretty high stack height for being a shoe designed to be able to cover some technical terrain. So it is some cushioning, but it doesn't feel super soft either. But that's just my initial thoughts. Now I will try it out more for the upcoming days and share what I think about the shoe. I've been running about 40 kilometers in the shoes now for the last couple of days and tested it in some different types of terrains and weather conditions. So, time for the big question. Is Kilian Jornet not only a good runner, but also a good shoe developer? Well, my short answer is yes. As I said when I first tried them on, I really like the shoe. It is really comfortable, and after testing it the last couple of days, I have some thoughts about this shoe that I will share before I really put myself and the shoe to the test and try to get a new course record running up this tough trail segment that starts right here. I would describe the NNormal Kjerag as a really good all-rounder. It feels good running in the shoes both on technical terrain, fast soft trails like the one I'm standing on here, and with a pretty high stack height and okay cushioning, it also works for running on roads. And I think this all makes sense since the races Kilian runs and what he probably had in mind developing these shoes are really varied races that contain really technical parts, parts on road, flat parts and really steep parts. Kilian himself described the shoe as a shoe that can be used for everything from a vertical kilometer to a 100-mile race. But with that said, being a jack of all trades will mean that it might not be optimal in all terrains. For example, on really technical trails, I personally prefer shoes with less cushioning and a lower stack height. And on roads and harder surfaces, I prefer more cushioning. But for being an all-rounder that is supposed to work for varied training and races with mixed terrain, I really like it, and I really tried to find dislikes about the shoe, but I ended up enjoying it a lot for the runs I've done so far that have been runs on easy to moderate intensity. And it will be interesting to test out the feel of the shoe now when I will run as fast as I can up this trail segment. I really like the grip of this Vibram outsole. I tried it out on some slippery wet rocks when I was out running in the rain, and it really stuck to it. But if I run on really muddy parts, I prefer shoes that have a bit bigger logs. But then again, one shoe can't be perfect for everything. The only thing I did not like about the shoe is the price of it. It costs $195 if you order from USA, and if you order here from Norway, it's even more expensive. I paid $220 for it. But the price can be defended by the fact that NNormal works hard to be an as environmentally friendly company as possible. And the most important part of this, as they also write about on their website, is to make products that last. I have run too little in this shoe so far to say how durable it is, but the materials used for sure feels rugged and durable, so hopefully this shoe will last me many hours of fun trail running. Okay, time to put myself to the test to see if it's only Kilian who can run fast in these shoes, or if I also can make myself justice running up this Strava segment. The segment I will run goes on a technical trail that is mostly uphill. It is 1.2 kilometers long, has a total elevation gain of 84 meters, and the current course record is 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Starting this segment, I thought that I had a good shot at taking the Strava course record after looking at the leading times. But if you're a regular viewer to my channel, you know that my training lately hasn't been the best since I've been sick a lot. But at least I've been healthy the last couple of weeks, and I'm really happy to be back pushing myself on the trails again. After a short, fast and flat section, the route heads directly into this steep and technical section that for sure will put both myself and the shoes to the test. This trail is just 2 kilometers from where I live, and I've ran here a lot, but I've never done an all-out effort up here. This steep technical part is a good test for how the grip on the shoes feel while running fast, and I really felt that the shoe locked onto the ground and the grip felt secure even in the steepest sections. Another important element for me in a trail running shoe, especially running uphill, is the weight of the shoe. Since you gotta lift it not only in every step you take, but you also gotta move the weight of the shoe up the hill. In US size 9, this shoe is weighing in at 200 grams, which I would say is lightweight, especially for a shoe that has as much cushioning as this one has. My tactic for this all-out segment attempt was to save some energy on this steep climbing section to be able to really speed up on the upcoming flatter part. At this point I'm about 5 seconds behind the leader, but I'm hoping to catch up that on the technical flat and downhill section that will come before the final tough climb to the finish. Here the trail finally flattens out, and this part of the trail has a lot of roots and it's quite technically demanding pushing hard here. I must say that the shoe feels better running on technical terrain when I try to push the tempo a bit more compared to what I've done on my training runs with the shoes. So while I try to catch up time here, I really can't complain about the shoes. And it's a great feeling speeding up at this part, so much fun running on trails like this. And although I'm tired, I'm optimistic about my chances to get a new record. But I'm not thinking too much about that here. I'm just trying to run as fast as I physically can, and I'm mostly just enjoying being able to be healthy again, running fast on a technical and cool trail. But with that said, even running downhill here, I'm starting to feel it in my legs, and I'm dreading the upcoming final climb of the trail. Here the trail starts climbing again, and I can directly feel that my legs are getting super tired. And from here on out I feel my lack of good training the last couple of months, but I'm determined to give it my very best all the way to the end. As you can see, I'm super tired at this part, but I'm giving it my all and I'm approaching the end of this segment. I know that it's going to be tight to break the record, and it's always hard knowing exactly where these Strava segments end, so I will have to check my phone to see if I got it or not. I'm down by the fjord again, so let's check if I got the record on this segment or not. I know that I was close. Let's see. Second place, 11 seconds behind. I just gotta get back to better training again, so this is motivating to try to get that one, because I can't complain about the shoes this time at least. Hope you like this video, train smart, have fun, and I will see you in the next video.